Welcome back to Goddess Makbalan Triple Eight. I hope everybody's doing well, manifesting great affirmations for yourself for this Lionsgate portal. And so I pulled a 4 card sequence, kind of with your current spiritual moment. I feel like a lot of the times too, I resonate with, especially my journey of spirituality and in your journey. And I just wanted to say that for the fear, there's an energetic block currently going on, triggering hesitation, doubt, and emotional tense tension. I feel like also too, this is a lot of us today, for the simple fact that we are experiencing a lot of things when it comes to the world. Um, the the injustices, the murders, the sad news. Every time, especially when it comes to the government, there's so much things going on uh, with our spiritual atmosphere. Life is lifing, and it just seems like what else is going to happen, right? So I feel like that is a give what was currently happening, okay, with the spiritual tension, emotional tension. And it's not a warning, it's just an acknowledgement, of what you're pushing through, what we're pushing through, with just trying to figure out what's happening next. So I want to say try to let that go because it's just your spirit confronting what is in reality. Okay, so your connection, it's more of a bond, kind of like tight like glue, you know, me and you. So you're not doing it alone. So that's why I said me and you, because um, a person or maybe your spirit guide, whoever you talk to when it comes to a spirituality or a prayer or whatever that you believe in, um, can be aligning with you, um, and to help you move through this fear. Okay? So, also, it can be a soulmate, it can be a divine counterpart, it can be um, your ancestors or a passed over loved one, just trying to let you know that it's okay if you're feeling a bit fragile, a bit disheveled at this point, or just having doubts or overthinking. Okay, so again, this is a general reading. Um, don't force it to fit. If it resonates with you, you claim it. If it doesn't, thank you for being here and listening, because it's still a part of our spiritual journey. The fact of fear and connecting, believing, and the synchronicity are all hand in hand with patterns of our life. Fear, which would be the reverse to have more faith, connecting, recognizing who you are and what you want out of life, and your belief system. Okay, for believe. And then the synchronicity is patterns, things, warnings, signs, and wonders. So I feel like it's always speaking to life, um, especially believing in a higher source, right? So I believe that your path, maybe your gifts, your intuition, belief came right after connection, which I feel like is such a deep, a powerful message at this time. Your next breakthrough depends on trusting, right? Um, the deck is telling you that faith is the activator, which I just said as far as fear would be the flip of fear is faith, right? So this card is to unlock, um, for the fear you pulled first. I feel like whatever you're going through, I always say it's temporary. You know, I'm gonna get more deep into it as I go along, but as far as for the synchronicity, this is confirmation that the repeating numbers or signs or dreams or intuitive um, shifts in your behavior or in your thoughts, meaningful coincidences that happen, and you're like, oh, this is deja vu, or messages through music or symbols are quite familiar to you at this time. So if you're being guided step by step, nothing happening right now is random. Okay, so that's where synchronicity comes in, right? So I want to say overall, it's like you're facing a moment where your fear tries to slow you down, right? Because your powerful connection is coming through. So you have, it could either be spiritual or emotional, but you have support, which is a good thing because some people don't have support. They go through things in a loner state. Um, but divinely orchestrated alignment moment. So everything is going to come to you, give you signs that, oh, wow, okay, so if I believe more and I look into or research more information as far as my alignment to my higher self, everything will fall into place. So that's where the synchronicity comes in, where you know where exactly to go next. Okay, as your spirit is there for the clarification, right? So, as far as the fair, because I've been getting a lot more feelings when it comes to the fair. The fair you pulled, I said you pulled, I apologize. The fair I pulled is not about danger or any kind of shadow or any kind of karmic lesson. It's about control, right? So I feel like once you let go of trying to do everything um, by book or following whatever you believe or um, dealing with a situation on your own, I feel like the fear is more like surrender. Okay? And it just shows that the fear is coming from a place where you're trying to hold everything together on your own, which is okay because that's what we're taught sometimes, especially when you're a loner, if you don't have a support system. Um, and if you do have a support system, but there's more yeses than someone actually keeping it real with the nitty gritty and not just being passive. So the fear dissolves the moment you stop fighting the unknown. Release your grip and let the path reveal itself. Okay? Your spirit is not being asked to be brave, it's being asked to let go of this fear. And the connection card is, I really just feel like it's just your protection and your guide right now, where it's telling you that um, you don't have to reach me, or uh, I'm already beside you. I'm here guiding you through this fear. Okay, so this this connection is letting me know, this connection card is letting me know, because in this card, and I know sometimes I can't really show it vividly, but I'm gonna go like this. So see, there's two hands in the connection with the little orbs, the lights of orbs on the card. And I feel like it's stabilizing your emotions. So just trust your intuition. You're gonna feel the support, whoever you're around. You're gonna feel that there's a foundation for you to fall on. You're gonna feel stabilized. Okay, so I feel like just move forward without overthinking. I know it's hard. It's hard. I sometimes can be guilty of that, especially when I feel compelled to uh, keep being present and making videos and trying to uplift and trying to ask myself, is this really your passion? So I understand about overthinking. So recognizing the signs and the synchronicities meant for you. Okay, so this is not distant or future. This is just present. Okay, so think in the present, be engaged, okay, and just always believe believe that everything is working out for the better, and follow the synchronicities, your intuition, your body, what is telling you, what is around you. Okay, so you know, I feel like with the hand on the soil is you getting grounded, okay, and paying attention to your environment, of course, with the sun and the clouds. Okay, so just be replenished, keep hydrated, for more clarity. Okay, fear is showing you where you're resisting. Connection is showing you who's helping you release. And then the belief is the bridge. Synchronicity is the proof. So spiritual partnership, it's like balance. It's not a spiritual struggle. So don't get alarmed. Okay? Also, whether a person or guide or your higher self is showing up because you and this energy is moving. And I want to say, I know I repeat this a lot, energetic alignment. um this connection is mutual, so it's not one-sided. Both energies are rising at the same pace. The bond is becoming clearer because you're vibrating closer to each other. So that's what I feel with the connection is. If it is a past one, or like I said, a soulmate, or a spirit guide, someone you trust, um, as a confidant. However, the bond is becoming clearer because you're vibrating closer. The connection is part of your soul path. It's not a distraction. So that's a good part of this message. So your soul level in higher frequency on your spiritual journey, the chosen ones, the light workers, the healers, Reiki healers, anybody that is raising their high vibration and divination. Um, I feel like it's happening because this connection is pulling you into a higher version of yourself, and your old self is resisting the shift. And that can happen because I will give you a perfect example. And I know sometimes people don't like when readers add themselves, but I think it's necessary because we're all in this human experience, and I feel like it gives a little bit more comfort zone, or familiarity towards having trust in the message, right? So I just feel like I have a good example on that when because I feel like I'm mid journey now, and I feel like when I've been going through with this the push and pull or questioning was when I had to really let go of my anger, because there were things where sometimes I would feel someone someone's energy, right? And I would decipher myself because of the words they were saying. So I guess at the time I was more paranoid about what they were saying or how they were saying it. So I would react instead of just letting it go or thinking it through, and trying to evaluate what is happening here, and that I don't know this person, and so I shouldn't take it personally, but also struggling with the fact that, oh, um, don't let anyone disrespect you, speak up for yourself. And so it's just like, that uh, I want to say that the pro and con. So the pro was me ignoring and just turning another cheek. The con was, oh, I have to defend myself, coming from trauma, and figuring that everybody, well, at the time, thinking and having that paranoia that everybody's against me. So that's something with the spiritual journey as well, because you do go through that psychosis, right? Of you don't know who to trust, what's going on, and overthinking. Okay, so I just want to say that trust the movement, that your spirit guides are taking you through. Um, it's all about timing. Okay, you're not losing anything. You're transitioning into what you asked for, right? And that's most of the time when we're trying to manifest and have some kind of stability um, in our lives, or looking for answers to give to head towards stability and manifesting, whether it's the physical world or the material aspects of your life. So I just feel like the connection is your spread, uh, which is divinely supported. Your fear is temporary and rooted in old patterns. Your synchronicities are being placed intentionally to guide you. You're being moved, not shaken. The timing is not random; it's coordinated. Okay, so I probably sounded a bit repetitive, but I just really wanted to for you to trust the next phase. Trust, have openness in the mind, willingness to release outdated fears, believe in your own intuition. Okay? So, we're clearing the path, and you only need to walk it. Okay? So, our connection is always real in the spirit world. Unless you have vices and you're doing other things to maybe enhance, which can kind of cloud judgment. But if you're not, I feel like you're actively guiding the timing and the dissolving of the fear. Okay, and where your intuition and your relationships, spiritual or emotional, just become clearer and stronger and more purposeful. Okay, so the higher self message for me, that kept coming from the connection card, because I keep looking at the hands and the support, like somebody reaching out to you and tapping your shoulder, assisting you. I'm guiding you towards what your soul already chose. Your highest self steps forward with calm, confident. You don't feel rushed, okay? Don't force. There's no force. Um, you're not emotional. You're very truthful. And that's okay because I'm honest too. Some people like, sometimes you're too honest, but you have to be honest. So what's the point of pretending? Okay? So you're not reaching for this connection by accident. It's part of your soul's blueprint. Like it's meant for you. It's in the records. It is your prophecy. And it's aligning with what you feel and in the comfort zone. It feels homey. So that's why I said it's probably a passed over loved one, someone that you're close to, or like I said, a partner or someone that you confide in. Okay, so your connection is very familiar because it's soul recognized, and this push and pull is memory. It's not fantasy. And you're not imagining the alignment, you're remembering it. The fear is old conditioning, not intuition. The connection is meant for you to elevate, okay? Not to destabilize you, not to make you feel small. Your higher self is saying, I'm removing what doesn't resonate so you can fully receive what does. And you don't need to chase this connection, you only need to stay open. All right? Trust trust the way this feels. If your soul recognizes if your soul resonates with it, or you recognize the message, then claim it. The connection is real, the alignment is intentional, the fear is definitely temporary, and the timing is always guided. The bond is mutual, and the path is already unfolding. Okay? So I just feel like the future energy is that your expansion, you're expanding. It's in it. It is inevitable for the expansion. Okay, so the growth, the deepening, and the widening influence in your life is not stagnant, just temporary, but it is evolving. So the connection between you more emotionally open, communication increases, clarity replaces confusion, the bond strengthens through shared experiences, and your spiritual alignment deepens. The connection between you and your thoughts. Okay, there's a separation because of that doubt, so that's why I feel like fear was here. The bonds are strengthening. Excuse me, because my grandson. So, oh my God, keeps coming, and I was this very unprofessional. But the connection begins to influence your decisions, healing, and direction. So I'm gonna hurry up and end it. Um, I just feel like the future, as far as what I was saying, stabilizing your force, your source of clarity, your next transformation, you're mirroring the reflection of your higher self. So the fair I pulled dissolves the connection, expands, it becomes stronger with your bond and more obvious to believe your foundation and how the connection unfolds, and then the synchronicity, it becomes the language you and this connection commute through. Okay, so this is a future where the connection is active, mutual, and spiritually supported, and that is the message. Peace, love, and light. I apologize because life is always life, and I do, the little ones are always coming in grandma's room, so I apologize for that. But thank you so much for your time. Thank you if you're new to the channel. Thank you for your time. Peace, love, light, and abundance to the family. Always gratitude, always thankful. And that is all. See you later. Peace, 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 peace.